Dear Congress, we believe that the most important issue for you to address is border control and immigration.
This has been an issue for many years, but it has not yet been fixed.
This is an issue because some illegal immigrants take American jobs, don't pay taxes, and cause criminal activities. We chose the topic of border control and immigration because we were impacted by the stories of crimes against American citizens at the hands of illegal immigrants. One of these stories that caught our attention was the death of Kate Steinle. She was killed by illegal immigrant Juan Francisco Lopez Sanchez. This story stuck out because Lopez Sanchez was deported 5 times. Another story that caught our attention was the recent sexual assault of a 13-year-old girl by illegal immigrant Martinez Maldonado. This story stuck out because he was deported 20 times. Although people are crossing our border illegally and committing crimes, some people believe that our border control is adequate and does not need improvement.
Do you think that border control / security should be strengthened?
I think the process, some aspects of the process need to be tightened. I think in terms of border control itself, for the most part, through airports and through most of the highway crossings, I think that's adequate. It's when people are actually applying to go through the process in terms of the diligence and the review and the background checks and what have you. That's perhaps where we want to be a little more mindful without at the same time being overly intrusive and overly judgmental of people who are looking to have the opportunities that we as immigrants have, or you and your forefathers had, so that they're afforded the same opportunity.
This chart from over 10 years ago shows that we had border control problems even back then. It shows that the majority of people who immigrated to the U.S. are from Mexico. In addition to this, the majority of the immigrants from Mexico are illegal immigrants.
Although America wants to improve our border defense, other countries believe in having an open border. From our research on having an open border, it has shown that open borders help with international trade, but increase the chance of terrorist attacks. An example of this was an attack at a Christmas market in Germany. This shows the effects of having open borders and how it allows terrorists to easily get from one country to another.
Your council president has made a series of statements, Mr. Palinkas, he's a head official, saying, quote, USCIS adjudications officers are pressured to rubber stamp applications instead of conducting diligent case review and investigation. The culture at USCIS encourages all applications to be approved, discouraging proper investigation into red flags, and in discouraging the denial of any applications.
Because there are so many immigrants crossing the border, we need a cost-effective and efficient way of protecting our border. One of these ideas has been proposed by President Donald Trump. His proposal was that a wall should be built.
The experts that we spoke to say the way to go is pre-casted cement wall panels. Those panels would be lined side by side, sort of like what you might see on a highway. Each panel would be about 20 feet high, again 5 feet below ground, about 10 feet wide and 8 inches thick. Again, that wall would be stretching some 2,000 miles, and our expert says it would require 339 million cubic feet of concrete. And that's just for the panels. You're also going to need reinforced steel, at least 5 billion pounds. So what about the estimated cost? Because it hasn't been done before, let's use those highway panels as an example. They cost about $40 a square foot. That would end up costing about $10.5 billion.
This isn't coming from us, it's coming from Congress. They want to look at funding it for themselves. So assuming that's true, is that what the president-elect wants? Does he want the United States to pay for the wall?
No, the president-elect has made very clear 2 things. He's going to build the wall and Mexico is going to pay for it. Congress, because that's where things are paid for. Congress, I guess, is investigating the possibility of paying for it to make it more speedy and then having Mexico pay for it after the fact. But that's what Congress is doing. Mr. Trump has always been very clear nothing has changed. He's building the wall. Mexico will pay for it. He ran on that. You could take that promise.
Trump has stated how he will make Mexico pay for the wall that he wants to build. He says he will propose a rule through which an alien cannot send money back to Mexico unless they first present a paper showing that they are lawfully here. Mexico receives about $24 billion from immigrants each year, mainly from illegal immigrants. Mexico will protest the new rule, and Trump will tell them that he will not put the rule in effect if they agree to pay for the wall.
That we are a nation of immigrants, and it is our rich history of immigration that has strengthened this country generation after generation. Yes, we must secure our borders, but we must also recognize that there have been a record number of deportations and seizures over the last 4 years. This issue of border security cannot be used as a fear tactic to prevent progress. In my district, people migrate from all over the globe, not just from Latin America, but from the Caribbean and Africa as well, and Asia. And they are all in search of the same thing, the pursuit of the American dream.